We'll quickly do a mic test. Okay. Mic test. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Where's the volume? Yeah, there we go. Where's the volume? Okay, cool. Yeah, there we go. Alright. This is Stealth ARTISAN Live. I'm ASHLER. We're going to be doing Stranding 2, Part 2. I've said this before when I started this. Not sure how many of these I'm going to be doing, but definitely going to do the front end streams for sure when I'm doing this. But yeah, let's get stranded. I think we're going to mess with the VR headset quite a bit here. So test everything out, maybe try to do a run and everything. Because I think this will probably assist with us being a little bit more having our thumbs okay. There's a gun there. Interesting. Okay, they brought back, they did more of a similar thing that was in V there. That reflex mode. I think the original kinda had something like that, but let's see here, trying to grab this. Yeah, I wonder the notion of picking up a body, which is something I'm curious about. Okay, what did I just pick up? Courier sprays. Okay. Anything else? No. Away, aim. Huh. Yeah, I still feel like they should have done something where you could drag the body. I know you can pick pick them up if you put them in a body bag, but that's deals with killing them, I'm pretty sure, which I didn't really do in the first game at all. I might, when I circle back around from this to the director's cut, I could see myself maybe doing more of that, but... Okay, there's the exit, but the exit's closed, because I need to clear the area. Still. So he was actually picking them up and moving them, so maybe you can, if that's interesting. I wonder if I can build stuff like this. I might do that one again if I get less than this. Yeah, okay. Let's go to here again. What is this? Cargo recovery. Okay, first thing, put this, scan, let's get some pens, pen. I don't think I can pin on those, so let's grab, slide, okay, good. Back turned. I hope that there's going to be more mechanics with the rope. I feel like they should do like lassoing snares and some other kind of interesting stuff, especially if it's like combined with other tech, like you're using the rope with stuff. I know zip lines was a big one for me. Let's actually do this. Come on. Wow. fist, not a thumb up, huh? It's a different tone. Kinda expresses kind of the atmosphere, maybe a little bit. Maybe. Okay, so what button does this? Oh crap. He actually fights back. Press. Oh, can you do an auto takeout? Press this to block when a weapon is equipped. Grab cargo. Let's put this away and see if I can. Yeah, okay. Oh, he's footballing it. That's cool. Hmm. Oh. That's this. This is this. There is double jump. I can get speed. They didn't really deal with that crazy full kick, though. Kinda wanna go in there and try to do that again. Let's go to just replay. There we go. What was that? Okay, that's a little bit confusing. That they're running the... a quick takedown. You don't have to go into this. Okay. You might have to still have this to do it. It switches up the buttons, though. I don't understand why not just keep... And I kind of wish there was a, more of a, indicator when you should do this. Okay. Let's see if I can't do this with... No. You have to actually move Sam. Like if he's facing like this way and I do the swing, he's gonna throw it that way. So you have to kind of get on target weird. Yeah, that's clunky. Feel like there should be some kind of a lock-on mechanism, a little bit more, or a recenter, maybe? I'm trying to think how we would do that. This could maybe work. The thing is maybe this. Yeah, we'd do this. Because that would also be helpful if you could throw in this mode. They should have done that. This is like the backwards to the problem that Metal Gear Solid had with not be letting you to shoot in first person. Yeah, that's silly to not allow you to throw in that. Okay. I wish that changed color when I got out on a headshot. Like that. Come on. I also hope that there's more like scopes and stuff in this. More refined weapons. From what they've teased, though, it feels like it's gonna still be this weird partial. This is just a firing range. That's for the sticky gun. What's that look like? Huh. Oh. More games need this. Right over here should be a reload thing. I assume you can come over here and do it too, but... That's pretty quick. Okay. So... That is too far. That's also too far. Spawn. What's that? Oh, select opponent. Okay. Cool. You have to unlock them. Okay, cool. Let's move along. I think what I'm going to do is to have a little bit of fun, try to go to the bandits, I guess is what they're called in this, instead of mules. Like their area. And so if I go up there, then I can try to loot from their stuff and then see if there's anything to bring back here. That was kind of weird. Let's go ahead and bank some of this stuff too.
Sam. Did you have a good rest? We're already making progress in addressing the corpse disposal situation here. Once again, I've got to thank you for that. If you access the delivery terminal, you'll find that you can fabricate equipment for yourself now too. We have some materials on hand here that you can use to make supplies for your journey. Take as much as you need. Now, we don't have all the same schematics in Mexico that you have access to in the UCA. But as you link up more facilities to increase chiral network bandwidth and improve your connection level with the locals, We should be able to share all kinds of new data with you, expanding your fabrication options further. I heard that you're planning to extend chiral network coverage to the south, down as far as that research facility. So go ahead and pick up the order I posted for you. I'll explain the finer details of the mission while you look at the map provided by ABAS.
We'll do that later. Okay, first thing... Okay. Right now I'm looking for this. Okay. Put this away. These guys, I don't know if we'll hold on to one of them. The notion of running multiple of these, though, too. Let's see which one's the most used or whatever. Do I have 2 masers? Yeah, that's perfect enough there. Okay. Nice. So you don't have to go down inside to mess with that stuff. That's really helpful. Yeah, that was just weird that they forced you into that area previously. Okay, this is recycling, okay.
Please select an item to fabricate.
Okay. So yeah, we don't have a lot of choices. Let's do this. Part of me wants to do 2 of them, which I think I'll do. So it's interesting that the game
Anybody out there?
is organizing the backpack stuff a little bit interesting. Look, do you see that? How it's not centered? It's off-centered? Why would that be the supposed optimal thing? See, that's stupid. So in this situation, the order of position, an empty slot should be at the top always. And then you click down into another empty slot, or into the swap slot stuff. It doesn't make any sense to have those be first. Let's see here. Letter. Backpack. No, it's still off kiltered on his foot there. That's because of that there, most likely. That's more centered back. So, yeah, I don't know about this attached to the suit stuff. From what I feel like, it's inefficient to run things on Sam's body, is what the game feels like it's telling me. There's not a really good description there though on what that's doing. I assume if it's dead center, he is not going to lose balance in a certain direction. If it's off center, there's a higher percentage of when I'm walking around that he's going to lean a certain direction. At least that's how I'd be running this. Which I assume the only way that you can actually get those shoulders and leg things to function more correctly would be to run legs, power legs of some type. Alright, let us go back to that area. Let's take a look at this, what this does. What is this sign? It's a wave sign.
Somebody lend me a hand!
Please give it your all.
I will do the same. Let's put one right here. So, love it, did it, amazing, time for rest, bon voyage, restores stamina. This is interesting. If you have missions where you're dealing with heat and cold, if you can't get chains off your own signs, but if you could get a pathway of different people that you're linked to, doing a chain to give you an easier thing. Impervious to the cold, yeah. Restores stamina as they walk past. So let's do... Why? Restores stamina as they walk past. Why have that in this? You got this? I guess it's just different levels of it.
That's the spirit.
What does that do?
I'm down.
So let's take a look at this. Orders. Bridge link. New connections? Yeah. Let's, Alright. So let's do this bit. So we're there. I want to... Let's see here. Where's Sam at? Sam's here. We're gonna pull...
Commencing route creation.
Okay. Kinda wanna just come back through here. If I can. I don't know if that's ridiculous. Oh. Is my old one still there? Let's see here.
Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
It'd be nice if you could link into that somehow.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Alright. Let's see if this still works.
Weapons restrictions.
That's actually tricky though. If that's gonna offload backpack now, that's kinda tricky. See if you time it okay. It's not too bad. You know, at this point, I would really like to have access to timefall shelter to wait out this rain, but it kind of seems like it's letting up. Let's see if I can't take this. Huh, interesting. So, clicking run does not pull you out of running. I mean, when you're crouched in click run, it does not put you into run. That's what I meant to say. Where's, okay. Don't know fully why you would do this. But I might wanna put a ladder here. That's a big river. Wow. I didn't have those the first game. So yeah. The notion of that, so I wonder if that person's thing is really needed because you come over here and you're in a dead end situation maybe a little bit. Let's take a look. Oh, not necessarily. You can hop across those. Huh. So you can choose to go high or low. Part of me. Oh. Okay. Oof. That could have been dangerous. This game feels like I need to look a little bit closer to where I'm walking. Okay, let's look at this real quick. I wanted to know if... Ah, yeah. Wanted to see... Try that again. Confirm. Let's take a look. Interesting. I have my pistol. So put this on. What happens if I equip you? And put you back here, and then do that. You with me? Yes. Yes, you are. Okay, now the other thing I wanted to know, can I access stuff at range? Yes. Okay. This...
Hey!
Damn it. Didn't want to do that. I wanted to see before I tried to save again, if that really called people in on me. Okay, I wanted to check this guy again, but that one over there is really what I wanted to check. Staff card. Yeah. Looks like this place is kind of cleared. Not seeing anything that would make me think that there was stuff. I was curious about the reloading of this, like... So this is interesting here. So because I don't have my backpack, me coming around in here to look for stuff, to grab stuff, is a little bit more interesting. I was hoping that they, in this mode, that I would be a little bit more flexible, more be able to go into a prone. Crawl around, have Metal Gear Solid V controls when the backpack's off, but as is currently, no. It does not seem like... Okay. So I'm gonna have to wait for that. I'm gonna have to go grab the stuff and come back. It's... Okay. That was a good notion of an experiment too here, because to see the inconvenience of not bringing your backpack with you, because it seems like it might be more advantageous just to run a carrier like I did previously in the other game. Anything. It's nice how fast he can move, though. So there is that. Let's miss this just for curiosity's sake. See what they assume is the best thing. So yeah, look. Yeah. There's places I can get tripped up there. Smooth sailing here. Well, take it. So I'm not seeing anything else currently out here worth checking. This section of this area is a little disappointing. I felt... well, let me look back at my memory.
Come on, what you got? Let's do this.
Yeah, I guess... that's not... this isn't that bad compared to what they threw at us in the first one. With the notion mules and whatnot. What's that? Assault rifle over there?
Okay, there you go, speed demon.
Is this somewhere where I can retrieve it? That feels like I would need a sticky gun. Yeah. I think that's a no bueno.
Up.
I'm curious how this system works now with the tripping. I don't see, well, yeah. There was some chiral crystal hands out here, so. Because I know one of the things that I was wondering with what we'd be dealing with is like, okay, in the first game, so do you see this similar things would weigh similar weight, and other things would have different weights. So when you put it on Sam's body, keeping similar weight lower to his center mass would be helpful. Lighter things on the top of his shoulders would be helpful, or at least the notion of similar weight. If there's any oh, nice. I'm wanting games to do more of this, where it's like you're actually moving through texture, where it's actually affecting your pacing. My pseudo stealth game kind of runs on that.
Come on, let's get this done.
Notion heavily. Technically, it's very jungle oriented, I guess, or I want to say jungle would probably work the best because there's a lot of elements to it that would be helpful in the jungle. Because you kind of get the best of a forest and like the overgrowth in the jungle. Both kind of exist in a lot of ways. So I wonder why this guy right now, why is it constantly out locked like that? Is that a glitch? Shouldn't you? It's almost like it's in like a somewhat of a caution mode. What's going on with you, bud? Here, let's try this real quick. Back into here. Let's go to this. So I want to say I kind of started doing it when I took off the backpack, but I'm not positive when that started.
Sunset will be occurring shortly.
I wonder if we'll see more wildlife in this game.
Two wheels up.
What is this?
Be there in no time. Don't worry, you got this.
Circle cooldown? Yeah, I'm not sure what I was talking about when with the notion of the cooled circle cooldown thing, Coon. But yeah, I like that it's partially set in Mexico too. Oh, cool! His light came on automatic. What does that? Is it this? Yeah. Is it just a tap? Yeah. That's what it is. It's the flashlight. I had the flashlight on. That makes sense. Okay. That's very cool. Okay. Let's take a look here. Let's see here. Man, cargo. I wanted to look at these social links again. Oh, yeah, we got another one. Sure. Oh, no. Come on. What button am I about to be purchasing? This? There we go. And then I wanted to look at if friends, anybody else picked up the game. Cool. Cool. If you're still there, Joshua, watching, what were you thinking? Talking about that was annoying? I wasn't paying attention. But yeah. The balancing system? Okay. Yeah, I could see them doing a little bit of that. I want to say that this balancing system is going to be probably more intricate, but not as impactful. I want to say, because I could see textures like this, like that center mass thing maybe that I was talking about earlier. That's in what is this crap? If this is what you're talking about, that's at his feet. That only that circle at the bottom where it's offloaded like that is only if I walk over this. Like, this is when that takes into consideration that. And then the notion of the other statement I was saying earlier, where you would actually put similar weight on certain areas. Like, even this, like, the center line of his back, if all the weight was heavier, closer to his back, versus lighter, further out from his back, would also make sense. But also this thing that's glowing on his back, I was wanting it to actually affect, like, the weight, that stuff would give buoyancy or anti-gravity features, which they're doing in this game. And I think it actually was doing it in the other game, but I'm not sure if that was in the main game or if that was done for the director's cut. Oh, what's this? That's just my path? Did I walk through a wall? What is this? Silent handler.
Keep it up, Sam.
Huh. That's weird. What is that? The only thing I can think of is that's my path. Okay, cool.
So far, so good.
In the beginning, yeah, I'm just in the beginning, just barely started. It's my twin? Yeah, because that's my
Show him how it's done.
stuff. That's a lot of likes on that is above that. But that's just me and my likes, but there's no likes on it, is what that's saying. So it's like, it actually looks like maybe in this game, we don't have infinite likes. We actually have a currency of likes now. Like I was saying yesterday, that they've turned it into a commodity. Which, I was thinking that they were going to do that. Because that's like the dangers of possibly getting into turning Facebook hearts into currency and social score and stuff like that. So I think it's just that's a thing for the path, is what that looks like. But oh, see, that was a good example. Yeah, yes you did. I assume here. Is there actually a... Yeah. Yeah, well, not really. That's surprising. I would assume there would be more of an X right there. There might be a secondary system where if Sam is putting like his leg higher than in a certain direction to what is it, not this this shit here, to this, so if he's like off-centered to that thing, that he might kind of fall back weird or whatever. But yeah, I would really like to see a breakdown of this game and the first game, to be honest. I'd like to know how the stumbling mechanics works. I know I was toying around with it in Dreams, doing some low-level stuff, because it seems like textural and environmental, like objects or areas, triggers basically, are changing his animation, and then depending on if you're grabbing your shoulders, that it's like messing with it. Also the speed, how fast I'm running, see, like that. The ground being wet. I wanted this to be a thing for a Tomb Raider game back in the day, where they were running textures for climbing on surfaces. Didn't put 2 to 2 together to actually have it be on the ground too. That makes total sense. I kind of also wish running in that wet sand would make him move slower too. Like there would be more of a sinking thing, like there is in snow. But that's extra. That's not necessarily super needed. Level capacity is increasing. Let's see here what we were trying to point out. Because one thing that's interesting, I wish they explained this, is so you have your weight and then you have your cargo capacity. Cargo capacity deals with in the backpack. So if I actually go and pull this stuff off and put it all in the backpack, that increases. But obviously the weight would stay the same. I think, at least I think it did, didn't it? Or did it not? There. Let's see here. This auto range cargo again. Yeah, no, that's the same. But it offloads that. But previously, when I threw stuff on the back, it centered that, whatever that circle is, into the center mass. But because I know in the first game that would actually turn a weird color, like a yellow, I think, and a red, depending on the circle on the ground, depending on your weight limit and stuff like that. Let's see here. I'm curious about also the effects of me carrying stuff, if that actually levels up my character, actively using it, or completing missions while actively doing things. I hope it's both. I hope it's just not I'm getting out only XP in missions, that I'm constantly getting the notion of XP for stuff. So let's do this. Deliver. Yeah, this is a lot more intuitive. The menus. They're the same, but the buttons aren't.
I wasn't expecting any visitors in this kind of weather. Hope you managed to avoid the worst of it. Figured we would never see this cargo, but here it is. Thank you so much for the delivery.
Okay,
You've got some seriously impressive skills. I'll bet something like this would be right up your alley.
against robots, yeah. I don't necessarily want to deal with taking people out if you guys don't even have a place to take corpse to.
You could use some extra materials as well, right? We'll see if we can't set a few aside for you.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
I like this. They did this before, but it feels more... more interesting, and I assume this might also be connected to maybe leveling up my character too.
I've shared with you data for a machine pistol. This weapon is capable of full auto fire and can be stowed securely in a holster. It may be compact, but it has plenty of stopping power. Good for all kinds of situations you might find yourself in. I hope it's to your liking.
Order completed. Well done.
Let's take a look at it though. Fabrication. Okay. So I'm curious about this now. Where is this? A fabricate backpack. How do I do this? Okay, that's interesting. Why is there blue above that? I wonder if some of this stuff is more explained inside the what is this called? The corpus, maybe? That could be a thing, yeah. It could be resting. One thing, though, when I played the first game, I did this way too much, is rested, and apparently it, like, timefall damages your stuff by, like, I want to say it was, like 30% damage to all your stuff. And I constantly was, like, having to go and repair stuff because I was resting so often. And I didn't know that I was harming the stuff. It makes total sense. It's just not a really good mechanic to have that be a thing. They should have had a way to rest and move time. So you're doing like power naps. So you still get the benefit of one thing, but then there would be like maybe a give and take. Because I could see like having, if you rest, also it'll shift the map, like areas will stuff be raining and stuff like that, and maybe it might be a little bit easier and whatnot if you're checking the weather and whatnot. But yeah, I want to say it was like 30% or something like that. I'd have to double check it, but it was a lot. Whatever it was a lot. But yeah, that's the other thing that I'm kind of confused by is previously there was a little bit more. There was a way for you to see. Oh, there it is. Okay, so you do that, and then you can see. Yeah, so I don't have that little bit of sliver of blue that's got the lines in it. That's how much I've degraded. So I think I have to rest for that to get that back, or I have to. What is it? Drink this guy. Let's see if this is it affecting it? No, it's not. So that would just be the normal depletion where it's just a solid bar is the solid bar is pulled back a little bit, and there's like a light bar but the slashes is burnt stamina. Like I can't access that anymore. But let's see here. What is it that I wanted to look at? I want to look at my. I can do buttons here. Sam status. Yeah, this stuff. So it feels like. So I wonder how this functions when it actually levels up, if it auto moves into the second tier and whatnot. Like you're just walking around and it does it and you just don't notice that it does it. But yeah. Because earlier you were saying something about carrying capacity. That might have been actually it leveling up, actually. But yeah. I thought I was going to have to manually do that. I almost actually... The vibe I got with that is actually what was going to be happening is there was going to be points I don't think I can say that word right now. Points where we could put them places in our stuff. So we'd have an amount of XP, and then we would like organize it into putting it all into stealth or gunplay, and then we would move it all out into the other stuff for carrying capacity and stuff like that when we're doing deliveries versus going in to attack people. And I was wanting the notion of, if that's a thing, to actually have loadouts of that, so you could just on the fly switch to attack mode versus delivering mode. Let's take a look at this real quick. That's a private locker. I have a couple of those. I think I'm going to drop this off. Transport boots. Okay, this damaged. So this. Yeah, I don't understand that either. If I'm in the private locker, the organization of the thing private locker should be the first choice action in my head. Or maybe they could have like a different buttons that I'm clicking to organize that list differently. Okay. Oh, well, it remembers, so there's that. It does remember, so that's pretty good. Do I want all these ladders? I think I'm gonna do it, yeah. I can always abandon a ladder and let it spawn into someone else's world if need be. Just don't want the lethal stuff really. And these, I need to check these. Let's go ahead and put that in here too. I'll just run the one for right now. Okay, you were saying something? Maybe I'm not paying enough attention.
My name's
Okay.
Sam.
Let's take a look at that then. Okay. So I can move through these. So I can see the pluses on it. Is there actually a button here? This toggles through these. It does not seem like there's no evidence of it taking it away that I can see on the UI. Yeah. So it looks like it just fills up, and when it fills up, it moves into the next level. You just get better at stuff as you do stuff. Oh, look at specifically a level. Do it on the level 2 one? Okay. Does it seem like we can refund that? Is it? Let's see here, stats. See, the thing that makes me think that it's not the way that I'm saying it is this stat increases Sam's overall carrying capacity. But the thing is that it will improve this stat. So you have, it's almost Skyrim-esque, where you have to be doing a function to get it to do a thing. So, which is cool. The only issue with that is yeah, the notion of the loadout thing that I was saying earlier is not a thing. Interesting. Okay, so you were thinking maybe if I downshift it, that it would stay on there? And then if I moved it off here, then back on, it just resets it back to that other one. Thing is okay, so okay, why have that though? Why show the lesser than and the greater than though? That seems weird. It feels like they might eventually maybe let us do that. What I was saying, like actually somehow remove stuff from this and allocate it elsewhere. Because yeah, that is why go backwards. Why have this information? Unless Sam can fluctuate, like he can lose this stuff and then gain it back. Yeah, this system seems weird to me a little bit. I want to see in Fallout you could go back and look at the other stuff too to help you plan and see what your previous, perks were and whatnot. So it's not that weird, but and you can't remove those, but in Cyberpunk you could remove them and then reallocate them elsewhere. But that makes more sense. This seems more like a physical action thing. It's something that you only could lose if you didn't keep on keeping on using it, basically. Okay, let's try a not a quick save. There is no quick save. Let's do, at least I don't think there is. Okay, yeah, save. Let's do a hard save, and then we'll try to do an order. Okay, select, save, right. I am curious about how the order stuff works. I'm hoping that that's better. I want to say that I heard that it was going to be better. Because I wanted there to be more information about stuff. And then there's another thing I need to look at too with the map. See here, deliver 1 or more remote medical needs to Villa. Okay.
Your next destination is Villa Libre.
Okay.
The people there don't have enough medical equipment to meet their needs.
This is outside the Cairo
you'll be
network.
sure to earn their trust. And once you've done that, you'll have an easier time convincing them to become part of the Cairo network. Timefall is coming down hard in this area. Cargo containers that are exposed to timefall will begin to degrade. If you carry container repair spray with you, you can use it to mitigate these effects before it becomes a problem. Keep an eye out for the rivers and bandit camps in the area too. Hazards like these can make your life much harder. On your way to Villa Libre, you might pass a post box we built. We left behind some spare equipment in its shared locker. If you see it, take a look inside. Everything is yours to use as you deem fit. There should be materials in there too, enough to fabricate something if you like. Also, if you have any extra equipment, you can use the box to donate it to other people. With a moment's generosity, you can make another porter's day. Finally, each postbox has a private locker which can be used to store equipment for later use, and a recycle feature that will turn any unneeded items into materials. So what do you think? Have enough information to plan your journey to Villa Libre? Take your time to finalize your route.
Okay, so currently right now, that looks like there's some kind of a natural bridge right there. Do want to hit this. I could go through their territory, but I think I'm probably gonna cut through here. Maybe come on the outside here, or actually go up and right through here. We'll play a little bit by ear, but let's mess with this. Okay, so we're running. Basically beeline it to here. I'm not sure if I should. Ooh, so there's a low that could kind of protect me. If I can make it up that valley, up to there. Yeah, let's undo that. Let's look at that. That's the height from that. Let's try from here. This might. I am curious if coming into here. What is this? Is this a warning of flash floods? Or it's just deeper river? Okay. Because I was curious if hopefully I can actually just run along this bank here. Yesterday I was wanting them to do more measurement stuff in between these things. It's one of the things that I wish they did. Okay, so I guess there's maybe a limit. Possibly. We'll run that for right now and end. How do we end? To hold. Okay. Because when I hover over this, I wish they had extra numbers in between C2 and C3 so I know its distance between each other, rather than just the distance from C1 to C3, from the distance from C1 to C5. You could do math right there and figure that out, mind you, but it would be nice if it was just quickly done below it. Technically, I could quickly do it, but I don't know, there's not a really good way to, like, let me run an example of this. I could do this, and then create the route, then, let's try that again, and then finalize it. From there, I could create another.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation.
Another route going back to the old route to then find that out, possibly. Can I do that? Does it allow me to do that? I know I could put it near it too, so it would be an estimate. Let's take a look. Okay, I need to end this, then draw route. That removes route. Maybe it has to be expanded out far enough so it knows not to. Mess with it? I don't know if there's a good way to do this. The only other thing I can think of is trying to get close, but it snaps. So I would... And there's a limit of markers, so... So I guess what I really just need is just like be able to click here and do a measurement kind of a thing on its own, but... Draw route, destination. There was one other thing I wanted to check. There was a thing that I was wanting to be a thing, and I don't think this is the place to do this, mind you. Maybe not. Okay. Close routes. Okay.
This order calls for some pretty hefty cargo, to be sure. But don't forget to take into account all the other extras you'll need to carry to get the job done. Every piece of equipment you take also adds to your overall weight. So think carefully about your loadout. Try to pick critical items that won't weigh you down and wear you out when combined with your cargo. Run out of stamina halfway through a delivery, and you're in for a world of hurt.
Okay, let's do that.
Make all necessary preparations for your delivery. When everything is in order, head out.
Cargo management. Yeah. I'd like to have the ladders. What is that on my hip? An anchor. I think I might choose to lose 2 ladders here. Let's see here. Oh, nice. Wow. What else? Okay, do I have 2 anchors? Yes, I do. Okay, let's put another anchor in here. Okay, that puts us below. I think that's where we want to be at. And yet again... How is that better? I just don't know. My brain fights that is more optimal. And I still wish you could have that move to bottom. One of the quick ways to do this is you offload it here, accept it, and then have to come back in and put it back again. But okay. Yeah, I just wish there was a little bit more information here. I don't know if I should be running the auto arrange or running what I'm feeling is a better thing. Because intellectually, I feel like having that on his shoulders, like body, like would push that more to center, but it's not. It's not doing anything. Oh well, oh well, oh well. Let's look at fabricate, see if there's anything we want to extra bring. Yes, this. We do want to do this. Do we want just one? Yeah, we'll just do one. We'll do another hard save right before we walk out as well, so if we need a reload, we can reload. So, fabricate. Okay. We'll put this on here. And I will go into here and do this weird thing again. So it does that. Cool. Alright.
Order accepted. Thank you.
System. Don't know if time is counting down when I'm in this or not. So this is the other thing that I was curious about. Like, so this is like a search thing. Progress. Because I'm wondering if this will help organize, like, routes and stuff like that, because I know I really wanted that to be a thing with that stuff, where you could have your mission route, and then there's the notion of, oh, I want to do stuff that's off the beaten path while doing this mission, while taking care of this delivery. I might regret only taking the one chiral spray. Okay. Let's also do this real quick. Even though I know this is eating at my time. I don't know how much that's going to be important in this version of this game. Okay, cargo orders. Hard to come in here and just check to see if anybody else has popped up. Because the more bridge links that I obtain, the more I can right there, it felt like it leaned a little bit to the left. Because it's raining, I'm probably going to slip on the sand quite a bit out here running. Especially if I go full kilt. Carrying too much. Curious. Oh, come on. Work faster, please. Yeah, that spray did push us over. So what we'll do is I will try to use a ladder here pretty soon, if I can. To get us a little bit less in a danger zone. I like how... What risk? Flood? Oh. That I was worried about with the direction I wanted to go. Let's get crazy. Oh. Yeah, I think I'm going to rethink my route.
Fuck this.
Don't know if they have like the detectors like they did in the first game or not. In here, pick this up. Because this is the other reason why I wanted them to have a quick menu, so I could see the damage. Oof, holy crap. Yeah, I might need to reload. This is... I also wanted you to be able to spray stuff inside this section. Like, use it as a use item kind of a deal. Okay. See, look at that. That's weird. I'm curious what that's about. Odd. Okay. There's just one. There's this another one. Do I have that on me? No, I don't. Is this waterlogged so I can't use it? Come in here, bud. Come on. There's spray there. And a ladder. Grab our spray. Okay. And this feature that I did, super helpful. Carry on. Nope. Let me just grab that. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, yeah, we're grabbing that spray. Oh, yeah. It'll be weird. Full on weird. Need to be careful walking in here. Okay, there's guys there. Oh. Wow, okay, that's a river. I was thinking about crossing there. Let's see here. I could see them having that not be a thing, to be honest. Where if you use that in the rain, that it would do shock damage to you too. Climbing anchor. Okay. There's a vehicle over there. Is it opened vehicle? There's also more spray. Can I walk over there safely? Vehicle is open. Okay. I will grab this spray though. Where's this at? Come here back. Oof, 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 oof. Let's see here. No, wrong button. Let's equip one of these. Okay. Okay, sweet. Now let's look at our map.
Hey, come and get.
Fuck! Please say that didn't alert people. Yeah, I don't like that thing. That's... Especially being on, like, the pad, where you normally would get confused to go into a menu. Okay. Let's go ahead and just kill some of these. So... Dismiss... Oh. No. Just wanted to remove this, not... I was trying to... Can I do this via this? Can I remove? Yes. Because in here could be also an easy way to deal with this too. Let's try this though instead, because I want to say previously they had this. Let's see if they have it in this to just remove all. Yeah. Okay, all markers removed. This is where Sam is.
Commencing route creation.
We're trying to get him. Where? Where are we going? I thought there was a objective. Yes, we're trying to get him there. What does that look like, though? Why isn't it... Let's just click it. No, let's get rid of it. It seems like a hike and a half. We'll take a look. We'll take a look to see if going up is that much of a...
Delivery route final.
negative. Okay, can I pop this up? So maybe when I get up here, I'll maybe this is where I should be running a ladder. Okay, what is going on here? Catch breath. Okay. So it doesn't... So light blue is recharge, dark blue is normal, and empty is empty. This is how they're encoding that. Water level dropped. Okay. Still functions similar. Where crouching actually helps. Jesus, Sam. Okay. Why are you having problems all of a sudden?
Thanks for the help.
Can I grab it? Yes, no? Grab it. Come on. I'm hoping you can daisy chain ropes together too, like you can the ladders. Oof. Really? I don't like that. I don't want to release the rope right there. This is where you would want to have a ability to daisy chain. Okay, I guess I'm climbing back up and using an anchor up here. Okay. Water ladder. Which one? This one. Oh, crap. It's gonna be hell now. Yep. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ, game. Really? You didn't address this issue? You need to be able to transfer from rope to rope. Like here, I should be able to come over to here, and there should be able to move from this rope to that rope. Is it doing it? Is that what that means right there? Or is that... Where's that X? To repel thing going on there. I'm gonna use... Okay, okay, I need to go into this. Where's our... Come on. Is it a hold? Oh shit. What the fuck? Cool. Yeah. Wow, that's sick. And you can fabricate from these now? Okay, can I use this as a private locker? Private locker. Facility storage. Okay. It's still 70 something percent right now. Wow, I need to just spray the hell out of that. Think I'm going to drop a couple of ladders into here to store. Maybe cycle back for them, but okay. Let's go back. Let's look at our fabrication. Interesting. Yeah, that adds a more, like, I'll probably be crafting post boxes a lot more often if I can fabricate from them. Obviously, they've got to have resources. Probably it gets donated to them to function that way. I'm not even sure I can currently craft anything in here right now. Maybe I can, just because they kind of said that they had previously placed resources in here. But this adds to the notion of automation in my mind. If you have some robots that could come out here and actually deliver and collect and fill these, and it'd be really cool. And even the notion of having other preppers do it too, not just robots. Robots just make the most sense. Let's see here. So, yes, I want to fabricate that. So I'm confused with what's happening right now. Okay. Yeah, that menu system there is still a little bit weird. Fabrication. Okay, let's make more sense of this. Guess we'll just run basically a straight shot from here.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
I can't wait till I get a floating carrier. That's for sure. I'm tempted to drop down there and grab that. Because there is this notion that every time that I pick these up, that my weight capacity increases. Because the chiral crystal in that thing and back is offloading it. The weight like I wanted. Which I don't know if that was a thing in the first game. If that vial in the back actually affected your weight capacity. Okay, there's another one. Take a detour. Take a detour. Because as a gameplay element, that makes so much more sense to actually actively go for these, to go off the beaten path if they're really increasing your what's that?
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
Okay. This also is another thing that I kind of was curious about.
Now entering chiral network coverage.
Okay. I think we're gonna throw a... Yeah, those wispy, that strands,
So far,
and...
so good.
I don't even think I need a... too much here. As long as we don't get hit by rain again, we should be fine. I think I'm gonna go check that out. Come on, stop it. How far down is that though, off my path? It's a little out of the way. We'll cycle back for that. Someone else has walked around here? Somewhere? Right here? Is this blue? Oh. Where's that?
Yep, that was definitely my back.
Mexico. Go ahead and deliver it.
You're Sam, right? Did the timefall give you a lot of trouble? Thanks for making the trip. Allow me to assess the condition of your cargo. Está perfecta. It's rare to see cargo in such amazing condition.
I'm curious if these missions I can get any higher than this.
I have to say, this was well worth the wait. I had a feeling you wouldn't let me down. Time to connect the Cupid. Once we're part of the chiral network, we'll be able to use these remote medical units you brought. I can get myself checked out as well. We've all been looking forward to this. So go ahead and link us up.
Ooh. PCC, nice, another one.
Now displaying your current order grade.
Chiral communications have been established. Now I can finally use one of these medical units to assess the condition of the child I'm carrying. I just pray they're strong and healthy. The elderly residents here will also be happy to receive proper medical care. Oh, seems like you should be capable of fabricating PCCs now as well. Probably thanks to the chiral network expansion and the resulting increase in total bandwidth. Of course, every additional structure will eat into that bandwidth, but there should be more than enough to support anything you build. Within reason, that is. There's one other problem we've been dealing with lately, though. It's not a critical issue, so I posted an aid request with further details. If you're interested, you can check it out via your Ring terminal. I'm not sure. I should have given birth to my child ages ago. But for some reason, the fetus seems to have stopped growing at 7 months. If something's wrong with my body, I can't tell what it is. And not knowing is driving me insane.
Hmm.
But with one of our new medical units, I might finally be able to get answers. I want to believe I can still bring this child into the world someday. Some of the cargo we had stored here was washed away during a massive flood. The water carried it into bandit territory, so we're in no position to reclaim it ourselves. I know this isn't the sort of thing a porter like you normally does, but if you're willing and able, please check the aid request. All of the relevant details should be available for review on that ring terminal you're wearing. You can use it to confirm the cargo's location. So, if your travels happen to take you out that way, we'd really appreciate the help.
So I wonder if that's like a side mission. It's not done via the normal system stuff. Which I wanted a lot of their loose cargo that I was going to go get to be the same way.
The only people that still live here other than myself are elderly. The last of the younger residents decided to risk it all and leave for Ciudad Nudo del Norte a while back. Too many bandits in these parts. Like the one I used to be. We took what we wanted and didn't care about anyone but ourselves. But after I got pregnant, I realized I could not keep living like that. I had to clean up my act. Start living for someone else. My friends didn't understand at all. So they ditched me. Left me to wander on my own. Until the people here agreed to take me in. Even though the poor souls are struggling with all kinds of health issues. That's why we put in the order for these remote medical units. A new order has just come through for you. Looks like the residents of the C1 South Distribution Center need you to recover some cargo from a bandit encampment and bring it to them. You can review the specifics of the order when you get around to accepting it. So once you're good to go, access the delivery terminal here to get underway. I'll share additional info with you as soon as we do so.
Order complete. Can anybody hear me? Thank you. Kindly.
Commencing route creation.
There's another one over here.
Delivery route finalized.
We'll get this one first.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
That was the ex-president. Die hard, man. Let's go ahead and just run this back. I'll grab this. I know I wanted these things to actually move the stars on the back end of this, like extra kind of a thing. Like maybe double fill them or something like that.
Did not think we would ever get this back, but seems I was wrong. Thank you so much for bringing it in.
It does move it a little bit, so
Now displaying your current porter grade.
depending on how they're running those stars in this version,
Take care.
that might be
Order complete. Well done.
a more
Thanks again. Be safe out there.
effective way to manage stuff. Okay, let's take a look at this. Let's see if I can't. I do this, and then this, and place marker.
Doing fine.
I might have to have bullseyes there to shoot at.
Is this the best you got?
Anybody out there?
Yeah, it does feel like Sam's balance is really specifically impacted by certain situations. It's not as... He's definitely got more balance in certain states.
Buen dia, Sam. ID confirmed. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Process your orders and requests.
Delivery. Okay, Nina. So I'm confused by...
Hello there.
She's got some pause vibes to her.
I will never know how you managed to track this down, but I am grateful to have it back.
Could just be a similar accent. That's what's doing it, but her being blondish is also a thing.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Take care.
Order completed. Well done.
Okay, let's...
Hey!
Thank you for visiting us.
A new feature has been made available for use.
Aid request. Okay, this is what it was. Okay. I'll go ahead and so is that being tracked now, kind of thing? Okay, so that's there. That's good. So I think when I'm in this, yeah. So if I'm over there, I can do that and just snag it. I think we'll do a save, and then we will do. Let's look at our time. 2:46. Okay, we might. Let's see here. Let's look at that. Let's look at our system. And that did not take. Okay, I need to make sure I hear that sound. Okay, so yeah, we will do
Yeah, sure thing.
this. Okay, cool. Okay, that's going to be part 2 of our Death Stranding streams. As always, let us praise the moments we share.